also got into the garden tractor game. This is a JI Case 155. It's a 1968 10 horsepower. This is Kylie Hank out of Sycamore, Illinois. This is with that Desert Sunset two-tone with the flambeau right on the bottom. Here we have Boland's. We were another maker of small garden tractors. This is a Boland's QT17. It's 1980 17 horse Dale Carver from Herbert, Illinois. Here we have Ian Swedberg coming back through again on his wheel horse Raider 12. It's a 1972 12 horsepower. Oh, this is Ryan Nikolich's from St. Charles, but Ian Swedberg at the helm. Here we have a wheel horse 1968 Andrew Swayze from Maple Park, Illinois. Very, very nicely restored wheel horse at that with the deck on there. Fresh paint. Very nice. The Wheel Donkey. This is Ryan Nikolich on his wheel horse Charger 10. It's a 1969 10 horsepower. You can see even he's got chains on the tires here. Gives some extra grip if he's plowing in the winter. And wheel weights to make sure that he's not flipping around too much. Here we have a Cub Cadet 1512 diesel. You see some of these get pretty big. There was a horsepower war with the garden tractors as well when they became more popular. Here's a Cub Cadet 128 front end loader on it. And a half-scale version of a K&K hay rack that I believe used to be something that they would take around to conventions and shows. Here's a International Cub Cadet 1961 7 horsepower custom lister out of Sycamore, Illinois. Got the dually wheels on the back there. Here we got the International Cub Cadet 1962. This is Ollie Lundstein out of Hampshire, Illinois. Local here. Nice patina across the hood there. I like that. That's real good. Nice little wagon behind there. Solid steel. It's got the IH on there. That's one of the International Harvester stock wagon. Here we have a Cub Cadet 104. It's a 1968 12 horsepower dusty listeners out of Sycamore, Illinois. Wheel weights in there with a single bottom plow. You see these Cub Cadets were very, people liked them because they actually had a hydraulic 3-point hitch on there. Here we got a Cub Cadet 982. It's 1983 20 horsepower with dusty listeners out of Sycamore, Illinois. Wheel weights on that, 3-point hitch on the back. International Harvester wagon and tow. Here we have a John Deere 110 1954 8 horsepower Kohler engine. Anderson Malcolm out of Sycamore, Illinois. These early John Deere 110s had what we call clamshell fenders. That's where this round fender is actually bolted directly to the frame. Later on, they would have the fender flow into the floorboard. Here we have what looks like a John Deere. It's a 1965 15 horsepower Holder, which is a German company. It's an articulated tractor. Don Peterson out of Genoa, Illinois. He's going to do some turns here. You can see that this whole thing right in the middle of the frame, you got a big joint and it's turned and forward like that. He's got wheel weights in there and 4-wheel drive. So this thing's a very, very powerful little garden tractor. Here we have Jacobson 1964. This is Matt Thomas out of Elgin, Illinois. Here we have another great wheel horse example. It's 856. It's probably just a power tool in their big store, but they did also make things like this farm tractor here. Here we have another result of the horsepower wars of the garden tractors, compact tractors. This is a Case 446 1978 16 horsepower. Handler John Dunway from Rockford, Illinois. You got to have steel in there. You got a 3-point hitch and hydraulics on the back. So he's got a plow on the back there. Just put that down and look at that. He can flatten out and have a grader out for us. Here we have our barrel car train. This is a Ingersoll 4016 from 1991. It's a 16 horse. This is part of the Dunway collection from Rockford, Illinois. You've seen the barrel trains going around here. If you've taken a ride, that's all thanks to them, and we appreciate the heck out of that. Here we have another part of the barrel train crew. This one is an economy country team. It's an economy country squire, 1959, 10 horsepower, part of Maynard Kincaid's collection from Rockford, Illinois. Maynard Kincaid is a longtime member out here, has a huge collection of Case tractors over there, Case 1 tractors over there, so go and check that out. Here we have a Case 155, it's a 1968, 10 horsepower. Here we have a John Deere 318, it's a 1989. Amanda and Matt Tracy from Carpentersville, Illinois. This is a John Deere 165, it's 1983. Part of the Tracy family collection out of Carpentersville, Illinois. we have a fancy John Deere. It's a John Deere 140, nicknamed Aiden's Tractor. This 8 bags out of Sycamore, Illinois. Has a unique wind driving going along the edges there, outlining the body details. You see this one of the later models where the fenders flow into the floorboards. They also have some unique chrome caps on there, which John Deere did for a short period of time. Here we have a Cub Cadet 107, 1970, 10 horsepower, Lyle Coach out of Rochelle, Illinois. Little wood flagging on the back here, custom benching across there. Very comfortable, definitely didn't come stock like that though. Here we have a Economy Jim Dandy, 1959, 10 horsepower, part of the Kincaid family collection, coming from Malta. Here we have some of our road keeping team here. Roadman business. Blake Sunderland here from local from Sedona. This is a Ford G154 diesel from 1978. 50 horsepower, 1977. This truck has four-wheel drive. The front wheel is just four-wheel drive. Recently repainted this. It's looking real nice. And this is our old road grader that we still use. It's an Adams Road Patrol number 3. Here we have Taylor Sunderland, our president, coming back here on his John Deere 110, 1966, 8 horsepower. Here, this is one of the earlier models, has the clamshell vent. He's also still got the lower deck on it, which you don't see much. And this wagon was actually his great-great-granddad. Oh, we got one more actual tractor coming through. The International Cub,